All right. We should be live. What's up? Welcome everyone to this new live stream. I was talking recently about DeepSeek with a guy, and I wanted to basically explore this with you guys. Haven't tried this out, but I know this is blowing up in the internet. So, what is DeepSeek? Is basically a Chinese artificial intelligence company that develops open source large language models. And this was recently, I mean, basically hyped over, but it was created last year or so. And DeepSeek typically performs better for rapid code generation and technical tasks with faster response times for structured queries. However, ChatGPT offers more detailed explanations and better documentation, having it ideal for learning and complex implementations. So basically, it has already surprised the world with how innovative it is, right? With less compute and all of that. Um, and we're going to be exploring this all together and how we can use this. So let's go to the website, and you can see now it's live and open source, rivaling OpenAI's Model O1, available on web, app, and API. Click here for details. So if you just go and click here, right, you can basically see all of this documentation. Um, and All of this are some of the benchmarks that it has completed. You can see that OpenAI's O1 model has the things that are in blue are DeepSeek, the dark blue, and the gray are OpenAI. So you can see that um, it's basically beating in different places. So you can see how extraordinarily it comes with math. It's working on itself with MMLU, but other things like um, these things, it's pretty close and it's giving very tough competition. So it's right now, some of these information tools over here, you can use 1 million tokens for 19 cents. And that's crazy because, one model I heard you have to pay basically like $100 to $200 a month to use that O1 model, which DeepSeek says that they're, kind of similar as it. So let's start out free access to DeepSeek V3, experience the intelligent model. Get DeepSeek app. You can just, scan this QR code and just get the DeepSeek app. It was like number one trending on App Store and well as the Play Store. So chat on the go with DeepSeek V3, your free all-in-one AI tool. And these are some of the capabilities that it offers. Um, so what we're gonna do is, first of all, we're gonna say DeepSeek R1, okay? And we're just going to click on this. We're going to start now, and it's just going to verify whether we're okay. So now you can see over here only login via email, Google, or plus 86 phone number login is supported in your region. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to log in with Google authentication, all right? And that's the way I'm going to go about this. And after that, you can see it's kind of similar to ChatGPT. We have, hi, I'm DeepSeek. How can I help you today? Now, one thing about this is the DeepThink R1 model. Use DeepSeek R1 to solve reasoning problems. I could click on this and it would be activated. And then, you can give in some kind of prompt. You can see open sidebar. There's some chat and there's my profile. And you could go and click this new chat. We have this app and then we just have our settings, delete all chats, contact us, and log out. So you can see settings. We just basically have language, and then we have theme, and then we have a profile. And essentially, that's pretty much it from that part. And let's go and give a sample prompt. So I'm going to use ChatGPT on the other side. And what we're going to do is we're going to just, check out these both. So I'm going to say, give mm, now, some of the new updates that I've seen is that ChatGPT gives options like uh, you know auto completes, so you can basically type them in. But let's say give me some interesting prompts to ask AI. Okay. So you can see over here, these are some random prompts, and I'll just start out with the one that's create a riddle that only an AI would understand. So that's pretty weird because it's creative and fun. Tech and AI related, gaming, and then we education. It's just generating a bunch of them. Well, we're just going to do the same thing here in DeepSeek. So let's just say, give me some interesting prompts to ask AI. And you can see over here, it's thinking at the moment. Okay, the user wants some interesting prompts to ask an AI. Let me know about what they might be looking for. All right, so it's just kind of like thinking like a real human. You can just close that out. And once it's done thinking, it will start generating some. So you can see here are some thought-provoking, creative, and fun prompts to ask an AI. These are designed to spark imaginative, philosophical, or technical discussions. So we have philosophical, and existential. Like, if humans discovered a way to achieve immortality, what ethical dilemmas might arise, and how would society change? So, like, we got creative and storytelling, science and futurism, alternate history, fun and quirky, ethical dilemmas, language and culture, mystery and puzzle, art and aesthetics, personal reflection. All right. Feel free to tweak these or combine ideas. AI tools like ChatGPT Cloud or Dolly can turn these into stories, arts, and so basically it kind of got a lot of things, and we also have science and philosophy here to create a paradox that only an AI would deeply understand. This is mostly all related to AI, to ask AI, right? And it's kind of like, what are some untapped business ideas for AI startups in 2020? So I asked the prompt to give me some interesting to ask AI, and what it did, it was just giving me prompts that have AI in it. And what you can see over here are questions that are actually what I really wanted. So this way, I would say DeepSeek won because they actually understood, or this model actually understood my, you know, reasoning or my justification, what I wanted to. Like, if you could ask every human on Earth one question to assess our species, what it would be, right? Describe a painting that could and never exist in reality, blending multiple dimensions or impossible physics. Okay, so let's suppose we could start out with, one. I'll just pick out this one. Suppose invent a board game where players collaborate to survive a zombie apocalypse in a sentient city, right? So let's go and click this, invent a board game. And for those of you who don't know this, sentient means having the ability to feel or sense or be aware of and response to sensation. It can also refer to the capacity of experiencing motions, right? Feeling, like living and live, be able to perceive or feel things.
Sentient.
Sentient. All right, all right. So
Sentient.
sentient. All right. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but it's a sentient, basically like a feeling. So yeah, it's going to create a board game here, and we're going to do the same here. So where I'm going to copy this. All right, so there's also options to just copy the prompt, and I'm just going to paste it right here. All right, so let's see what happens here. It's thinking, so let it think. But ChatGPT is quick, but again, it's not default to the O1 model. It's using its basic one. But you can see over here, tackling survive the undead, outsmart the city, escape before it's too late. So it already created some overview, gameplay details, a number of players and stuff like that, key mechanics, city AI, zombie threats and noise levels. We have scavenging and resource management, unique survivor abilities, dynamic city maps, escape routes and win conditions. And then you can see over here why it's fun and all of that. Why would you like me to add special cards or expansions? Let's see what happens here. So it gives a board game concept, Sentient Sage, Last Stand in Neon Hollow. All right, so it's a give a summary or a brief and then an objective of survive long enough to gather the components of a cure and escape the city via its sentient transit system. All players win or lose together. Basically, we have key mechanics, Ascension City, dynamic map, resource scavenging, zombie horde, player roles, and we have turn structure, got winning, losing, twists, components, and why it works, and would you like to play this? And it gives some random emojis at the end, right? So yeah, I mean, you gave an emoji here. Would you like me to add special event cards or expansions? Pretty impressive, very, very impressive. Both have unique ways of producing an output, and that's pretty cool. But one cool thing about this, which is like it searches the web, and this one, like if I say what, let's see, is the price of BTC right now, right? So I guess it would use the web current Bitcoin price, and but what the thing is, it doesn't have the latest. So you uploaded. It looks like you uploaded a CSV. How can I help you with that? Are you looking for data analysis? So I don't know why this came up, but let me see. Bitcoin. So let's just say that, right? Copy that, send it, and we're just gonna do the same here. And we're gonna use the search toggled on now. You can also put in files. Uploading file is unavailable for searching, but you know, it looks like you uploaded a file. Can you assist? Now it does not even know what I'm talking about over here. Sorry, DeepSeek search is busy. Service is busy. Please disable search or try again in a few minutes. So I'm just gonna disable and re-enable it. So far, I mean, both are having a problem with this. Um, but yeah, we could go in the new chat and just paste it in. I'm not sure if it's gonna work, but maybe just turning search off and seeing what it happens with it. So, just keep thinking about it and seeing what happens. You can see the models right there. What impressed me, impressive facts of what DeepSeek. So if we look at the, cool things that we should know is operated Asia's first 10,000 NVIDIA A100 cluster. Reported maintains 50,000 hoppers, which could be NVIDIA's, uh, and has additional unlimited access to Chinese and foreign cloud providers, which is not export controlled. So DeepSeek is big a deal because it's much more open source than other models. Like ChatGPT, OpenAI says they're open, but it's not. It's proprietary. But the defining technical innovation lies in the model's ability to distill advanced reasoning capabilities with massive models into smaller, more efficient counterparts. So, you know, ChatGPT still offers better and detailed explanations and better documentation, but typically, DeepSeek performs better for rapid code generation and technical tasks. All right, which with faster response times for structured queries. Um, like if you pretty structureize your query, and this is where it's not being properly fed right now. It's not working out. I believe it might have an issue with this prompt, but let's try something else. Uh, how is the uh, weather mostly in Austin, Texas? Let's just say that because uh, I'm over here. So okay, so now it's thinking. I'm just gonna copy that. I'm just gonna paste this one in over here as well. So yeah, it's kind of searching, and I mean, you can also read. Okay, so I need to figure out what the weather is mostly like in Austin. So let's start by recalling what I know about Austin's climate. I think Texas is generally hot, right? But maybe there's some more nuance. Austin's in the southern part of the U.S., so probably warm most of the year, but I should break it down by seasons. For summers, I remember hearing that Texas summers can be really hot, so maybe Austin has hot summers with high temperatures, maybe even heat waves. Also, does it get humid there? Some parts of Texas are humid, like Houston, but Austin might be a bit drier. Wait, Austin is inland, so maybe less humid than the coastal areas, but I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it's still somewhat humid. Okay, so now you can see all of the thinking has been done, and it says over here, Austin, Texas experiences a humid subtropical climate characterized by distinct seasons and varied weather patterns. So we can see over here in the summer, we have hot and humid, which is basically around 35 degrees Celsius or 100 degree Fahrenheit. Um, and thunderstorms and drought. This happens in June to September. But if you look at the what's it called winter, you got cold weather as well, spring and features. So in summary, Austin's climate combines hot and humid summers with mild winters and transitional seasons marked by rain and storms. All right. And I'm gonna click on the search toggle. What is the whether they're at the moment. Okay, so for the time being, the what's it called? Internet capability is not working. I guess the model service is busy at the moment. There's too much load at the moment, but you can see where I ask ChatGPT, and you could see temperature is 51 Fahrenheit, right? So if I go to temperature, okay, in Austin, it's 55 here. So, it's kind of like, it's not detecting it properly, but, it gives better assumptions based on facts, figures, whatever is collected, and this is how it works out to be. I don't know what you guys thought about this video. I just wanted to make it very simple and basic on how do you just get started with DeepSeek. If you have any questions, leave them in the chats. Um, Things you want to know more about, how to, kick this off, how to get started. DeepSeek is pretty, interesting. I know that there's a lot of things more about it. I encourage you to keep checking it out. One interesting thing that I really wanted to share was the GitHub source code for DeepSeek. Okay, so if I look at just DeepSeek, you can see over here there's a GitHub repo, and this is the official account of DeepSeek. And you can see that the V3 model we were using, the R1 model, which is that, and the VL2 model, they're all public. They're all public repos, and this is the original page for it. Now, the thing is, over here, what we go in V3, you can see over here DeepSeek, and then you can see we present DeepSeek V3, a strong mixture of experts, MOE language model with 671B total parameters. So 671 billion total parameters with 37 billion activated for each token. It's huge. It is massive, right? Throughout the entire training course process, we did not experience any irrecoverable loss spikes or perform any rollbacks. So, it did their benchmark tests. They were impressive. The model summary is over here. Pre-training towards ultimate training efficiency, and then we have post-training knowledge distillation from DeepSeek R1 model download. So you can see over here the model DeepSeek V3, which has a total of 671 billion parameters. Activated parameters are 37. Context length is 128,000. And you can see over here, you can just download it through the huggingface.co license. So basically, you could run this into your own machine, use this model, and then you could use transformers via LLMs, and you can basically use this model for your own particular tasks, which is super impressive. Now, the VR1 model, which is being talked about a lot, is also over here. Now, this you can see over here as 10 commits. There's a PDF, there's a license, there's a README that you can see. So this is a PDF file, and it just includes the incentivizing reasoning capability in LLMs via reinforcement learning. So it's just the research work, right? What they have come across, and they composed it in a PDF file. Again, it requires a lot of mathematics, and there's license and figures. So if we go here, we have a benchmark. And one more thing that I wanted to show was DeepSeek, what's it called? API keys, okay? So if you go here, we could see your first API call. Now, we got some cool API documentation here. Apply for API key. Now we go here. Our website is currently under maintenance. We apologize for the inconvenience. We will be back shortly. So, we can't use it right now, but to be compatible with OpenAI, you can use deepseek.com or as the base URL, but note that the V1 here has no relationship with the model's version, all right? The DeepSeek chat model has been upgraded to DeepSeek V3. The API remains unchanged. You can invoke DeepSeek V3 by specifying a model is equal to DeepSeek chat, all right? DeepSeek Reasoner is the latest reasoning model. DeepSeek R1 released by DeepSeek, you can involve basically DeepSeek R1 by specifying a model is equal to DeepSeek. You could just change out the model based on the parameter over there, but you have pip3, you open AI, and then you can use all of this source code to help you write your documentation for, a DeepSeek API key, right? So one thing that I wanted to understand, the chat API, right? This is the chat, your first API call, and this is how we could use it. But for the API key, which is the thing that I really want, I'm just hoping like this website comes up so we can actually go and, get the API. So go back here. So over here, you can see over here that we need DHCP API key. I'm just thinking of going back to DeepSeek. Uh, how to write me. Okay, I'm going to turn off the search and I'm going to write a new chat. And I'm seeing that it doesn't label the chat with the name, but you can actually rename it. But ChatGPT basically creates the name title for it. But let's say write me simple, let's say node.js file, or I'll say sample.js file that uses the DeepSeek API with a free key to test the model, right? So let's just look at this and see what it does. So yeah, it's gonna use it. Okay, the user wants a simple sample.js file that includes the DeepSeek API with a free key to test the model. Let me start by recalling what I know about DeepSeek's API. First, I need to figure out the correct API endpoint. Since DeepSeek has different models, maybe the API URL is different. Like, this slash v1 slash chat slash completions, right? I could check if that's the right endpoint for their chat model. So you could see over here, it pulled up something. Your free API key here, it pastes right here. And then after that, we have the API URL, which is right here. And then after that, we got the whole function, which is test DeepSeek. And then we have the model DeepSeek chat. I believe that we were reading through the documentation and saw that it required that parameter. So yeah. So you can see over here, this model is DeepSeek chat if you want to use the V3 model. And that's essentially the V3 model here, right? And then we have a try. We're using the API call right here, and then we're trying to give in the response. All right. So run with node sample.js. All right. So why not we try this out? So I have a couple of COBOL files over here. I would just essentially create a new folder somewhere. So I'm just going to create a new folder here. So shown folder, new folder. I'll just say. All right. So I'll just say new sample. All right, and then over here we're just gonna cmd code and dot, and we're gonna click on plus, and we're gonna say sample.java script, paste that in, and save that. Now you can see one thing over here, which is very important to note, is this is the endpoint authentication fails governor, all right? But the problem here is that we have this API key that we don't know, right? So we don't have an API key, and it won't work actually because if I do control and backtick and I try to, just say node and sample.js, try to run it, it wouldn't even give me any result. Honestly, this needs the API key. So we might as well have to go back here, DeepSeek v3 chat API, v3 API key. All right. So, we're trying to get the API, create a first API key. But the thing is, the API to use the create an API key first, and then the URL for that is, I don't know, for some reason not working. This is in the chats at the moment, having issues. But let me know what you guys think about this DeepSeek model. We're gonna try to end it in the 25th minute. Um, I'm excited for what's in the features new later on. But yeah, keep updated and let's keep making more videos regarding AI as well.